The length of distance I drive in my Tesla on the way to work might mean that I get more juice in Need for Speed. If I go to soccer practice in the afternoon by virtue of internet-enabled soccer boots, that might give me juice or new cards in my FIFA product.
Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA Games. I can best describe him as Mr.Sinster without the kiss makeup. For years, I've been watching this soulless man tank EA, while also giving Strauss Zelnick a run for his money, and the out-of-touch corporate gaming CEO, in love with word salad and buzzwords. The consumer. Exciting business ventures. Loot boxes. NFTs. After calling the next Battlefield another tremendous live service, EA CEO threatens to put ads in AAA games. Why? That's right, after tanking Battlefield 2042 with more DEI than anyone other than a first-person shooter YouTube gaming channel could stomach, EA and Strauss are lining up the next Battlefield to fail, with not only the kiss of death known as live services, which is a phrase I'm sure Strauss shouts out loud before he ejaculates in his pants, but now, advertising in the effing game. That's right. Now, not only can you pay for the game, but you can pay for the Battle Pass. You can pay for the Season Pass. There's a Season Pass, the Battle Pass, the same thing. Now, I don't even know anymore. There's the expansion packs too, or does that come in the Season Pass? And you can pay to be advertised to. What the f*** is this? Who is so zonked out of their minds that they literally saw this on a board and said, oh, this is the move to make. Gamers love when we nickel and dime them. The animosity from the community is already sky high from the last horrible Battlefield launch. And not to mention the predatory Battlefront 2 that was so bad they literally had to walk it back on a game that wasn't even that great to begin with.
CEO Andrew Wilson makes a string of controversial statements in the company's most recent earnings call, with potential in-game ads and comments about the next Battlefield raising some eyebrow. Battlefield might not be the Call of Duty rival it once was, following a string of derisive releases. But Wilson is eager to hype up the next entry in the large-scale Levolution series.
Is there even level? Oh yeah, that's right, they put hurricanes in. Oh my god. I just spent a whole bunch of time with the collective Battlefield team, says Wilson, funnily calling the next game another tremendous live service. What an absolute ghoul Andrew Wilson is. Oh my god, I confused Andrew Wilson and Strauss Zelnick. They're practically the same person. Andrew Wilson's a goddamn Fallout villain. He's Mr. House that the Platinum chip helped him advertise more effectively to the NCR, rather than blocking newts with his air defense missile system.
What was perhaps the most controversial was Wilson's comments about implementing advertisement into traditionally AAA games. Advertising has an opportunity to be a meaningful driver of growth for us. We have teams internally in the company right now looking at how we do very thoughtful implementations inside our game experience.
I make meaningful content for a directed audience. It's called curated content.
By growthy means advertiser money, because this damn sure won't make people say, oh, shit, I've got to try the new Battlefield that just dropped. I heard that there were ads for Twitch starring Amaranth in the game on television screen. The only way they could place ads in Battlefield without seeming like soulless dredges of society that they are is, it was like you could blow up a Tesla in a gunfight, you know, like an Alfa Romeo gets blown into the river. That could be cool. Have Coke cans in vending machines, and if you shoot the vending machine, the cans fall out. Then you shoot the cans, and they spray out Coca-Cola and, you know, fall all over the place or something.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
That could work. But they won't do that, because frankly, they aren't that creative. They don't want you to shoot the bag of Doritos. We want you to see the bag of Doritos in-game. Then the game will make you crave your Doritos, so you go to the store to buy them. Then you use the promotional code from the bag of Doritos in your next Call of Duty match. Enjoy your processed slop, Jimmy. Once you hit a 40% body fat ratio, you can unlock the M4 with the Doritos and Coca-Cola skins. Bro, remember when Marvel's Avengers with Miss Marvel, one of the dumbest games ever made, had Captain America wearing like a Verizon wireless suit skin? Christ in heaven. That was one of those gaming moments when I knew it was over for us as a society and for gaming. Wrap it up because we're screwed. A character that was once a symbol of truth, justice, and the American way, like a character meant to inspire during World War II, had been reduced to Ryan Reynolds levels of shilling. trying to sell me on another mobile phone company.
2020's UFC included full-screen ads for Amazon Prime's TV show The Boys, a decision that had to be walked back after a huge fan backlash.
How did they not see that one coming, right?
Several other EA games also used experimental ads in the past, such as 2004's Need for Speed Underground, where companies painted ads on the side of the game and billboards.
So basically, EA has tried and failed to do this before, outside of like a car game, which makes total sense because you're driving around cars, so of course you'd have brands there. They can't seem to understand that that transition into a first-person military shooter is kind of far-fetched. The article's not good news for longtime Battlefield fans, praying to God that EA and DICE would get back to basics and making a good team-based first-person shooter with no DEI, no live services, just a solid game that you and your friends can enjoy. You know, like Helldivers. The modern gaming industry is so focused on revenue that they have lost all sight of how to captivate an audience. And they also feel like their IP should be enough to lure people in to buy just about anything. They're now milking what was once a prominent gaming franchise into being some sort of piece of garbage. How long before EA kills off the Battlefield game line just like they did Dead Space? Remember how Anthem seemed like a great idea until they put it out and it was just trash because they're so focused on selling garbage and not making a good game? People, or as they like to call them, consumers, are not as stupid as companies think that we are. We have been living in a world where disposable income is not that easy to come by, but disposable content is all around you. But even now in these lean times and throughout history, as far back as the Roman Empire, because things were bad for Rome like it is now here. So the king kept people busy with fights in the Colosseum, even though everything was going to shit. There's no food to eat, let's watch a guy fight a bear. But the point being, even in these times, people are dying for escapism. Make a good game and the revenue will come, you bums. It's not rocket science. Or give us some more trash. And watch as the next Battlefield becomes irrelevant within 1 month after launching, much like 2042. And then, inevitably, EA will be like, well, due to the reasons the game not selling well, we're gonna have to put Battlefield on the back burner. And then give it a few years and DICE will be either completely dissolved or destroyed. Screw it, who cares? None of this matters. Gaming sucks.